Hi Aries, welcome or welcome back. We're doing your channel messages and your tarot and oracle reading. This reading is going to be good for all Aries placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. As always, we're going to dive into the channel messages. I'm going to post these over on my YouTube community page as always, so you guys can look at them to see if anything resonates that way. And then we are going to dive into the oracle and the tarot. I am going to do the card portion of the reading a little bit differently, so we're just going to kind of play with it a little bit. I think I'm going to do like more of a spiritual reading at the beginning, like a general spiritual evolution reading, and then ground it down to the physical general messages, and then we'll go into love. I possibly might add in like a separate section for singles versus, you know, relationships, or if you're dealing with somebody. I haven't quite decided yet, so we'll just kind of go with the flow. But let's dive into your channel messages, Aries. Again, this is going to be good for all Aries placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. First and foremost, I was getting something about car issues, or you guys could be traveling soon. And also these readings are timeless, by the way. So whenever you're coming across this reading is when the reading is meant for you. And astrology and tarot are two very different things. So even if you don't have an Aries placement, for reference, if I'm going to watch a tarot reading, or if I'm on YouTube and a reading pops up, you know, in my feed, even if it isn't one of my placements, 90% of the time I will watch them. That being said, whatever your like the placements you resonate the most with are usually the readings that I will, like, if I'm looking for a reading, I will go for my sun sign and my rising sign, for example. But anyways, you guys could be traveling, thinking about traveling, making travel plans. Some of you guys need to get a oil change, or you could be experiencing car issues. And there is a spiritual translation to that. I'm trying to remember exactly what it is. I just heard it the other day, but it like just popped in my head and now it's just gone. It's something tied with love, I think. It's almost like a soul, it's like a message of a soulmate's trying to find you or something if you're experiencing car issues. I'm not exactly sure. For some of you, the morning time or the sunrise or sun gazing could be beneficial for you in regulating your, what's the word? The circadian, is it circadian rhythm? Circadian? Yeah, circadian rhythm. And, yeah, or just getting out into the sunlight. You know, obviously if you're going out in the sun in the middle of the day, don't look directly into the sun. But if you're, I don't know too much about it, but I believe if you are like, there's a very small window when you can, you know, be outside and have contact with the sun in your eyeballs. I don't know too much about it. It just came to me. I just have to relay the messages as they are given to me. So take with that what you will. Some of you guys are making a decision on a job or a place of employment, and your higher self wants you to make the decision from your heart and not from your logical mind. So that could just be like something that you're battling with. Maybe one part of you wants to take this job because it really seems to fulfill your heart and your soul and your passions and your mission. But another part of you is like, this job isn't going to be long lasting, or this job isn't going to pay the bills, etc., etc. But spirit is strongly urging you to make a choice from the heart. And I was actually channeling, I have a little arrow pointing over to the Two of Swords tarot card. I got an image of the Two of Swords tarot card. So it's almost like you're having trouble listening to your intuition and you're not really sure which direction to go, but you're leaning towards the logical side when spirit wants you to lean more towards the intuitive side of you. Some of you guys have neck and shoulder pain. This could be rooted in some emotional blockages that you need to get to the bottom of or find the root of. They could stem from childhood possibly. Yoga and stretching and EFT tapping could be beneficial to help with that. But generally speaking, I feel like your energy was pretty calm and easygoing and kind of go with the flow, which is a little bit unlike you, Aries. So, you know, you are a sign that is ruled by planet Mars, so that's pretty good for you to be kind of going with the flow. I was almost getting like a lot of Aries with heavy Pisces placements or something. But some of you had a fight or a falling out with a sibling dynamic, a brother or sister. It could be a brother-sister dynamic or a sister-sister dynamic. And spirit wants you to let go, forgive, and communicate. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sibling. It could also be somebody that just embodies a sibling type energy, like a close friend that was more like a sibling than a friend, you know. Some of you guys could be going through or contemplating going through a divorce or separation from a long-term partnership. And I was getting the image of the Devil card. So somebody could have like addictions or attachments, or could be codependency within this relationship. But we will see if that pops out in the tarot. Some of you guys also need to integrate with a community or your community a little bit more, finding like-minded individuals. Some of you guys could be kind of, you know, isolating a little too much. And I understand that maybe you don't want to jeopardize your authenticity by surrounding yourself with people who don't align with your energy, which is 100%, I can 100% back that up, because in my personal opinion, it's better to be alone in your own authentic, true, divine energy than to be surrounded by leeches and energy vampires and people that are not aligned with you. So definitely be careful, but I would recommend maybe searching out your quote unquote people and trying to get out there a little bit more, you know, trying to make new friends, even if it is over social media platforms. You know, I know the rise in technology is sometimes to our detriment, but it does do a lot of beautiful things as well. So even if you find a community online, but I would definitely recommend trying to find people in your local area if you can. I was also getting the image of, and I can't remember what the name of it is. It starts with an A. It's basically the Egyptian cross with a loop on the top. I drew a little picture of it. It starts with an A. Some of you guys will know what I'm talking about, but that could be a significant symbol for some of you. That's kind of like where the cross originated from before Christianity, you know, Egypt and the Egyptians. I got number 33, 11. Some of you guys could be life path 11. I was getting lots of Jupiterian energy. So some of you guys could have a Sagittarius placement or heavy Pisces too. 76, 27. Some of you guys are getting migraines on one side of your head. And then I was also picking up a block in your sacral chakra. So there could be a block to your creativity or your sexual energy right now. Number 13, some of you guys could have Scorpio placements, 772. And yeah, I think that's it. So again, I will post these over on my YouTube community page for you guys to reference, Aries. See if anything resonates for you that way. And yeah. So we're going to dive into the Oracle. I did pull a couple off camera to get us started. We'll start with the deities. So first and foremost, I got the Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So that's a beautiful energy. You know, it's a Trinity energy. So even if you don't resonate with like Christian deities, you know, you could also resonate with like Maiden Mother Crone or, you know, the Triple Goddess or just any of the Trinity deities. And then I'm not sure how to pronounce this particular deity, but it's Jawal Kal, I think is how you say it. He must be Vedic. But Dharma is unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So it's really, the message is really about your Dharma. So that could be what I was picking up in the channel messages about some sort of opportunity in work. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be like work. It could just be like your mission, because a lot of times your mission is tied in with work, but not always, not for everybody. But that could be what this Dharma card is talking about. And with the Holy Spirit card, I get this feeling that maybe you're just kind of, you're integrating different parts of your spiritual body in a new way. I feel like this is a pretty significant like milestone, like a milestone for you evolutionary wise. And it's, I'm just seeing like a vision of like a triangle, like finally, like it's going from, you know, one corner to the next corner to the next corner. And it's like a path of light that's being united. I don't know. You know what, let's do Astro. I've been thinking about getting a new Astro deck. I mean, I love this deck. It's my go-to like Oracle deck, but I want to design my own decks eventually one day. I mean, I'm not going to do the artwork, but I will write my own decks. I mean, I write my shadow decks. Oh, I didn't do your shadows. So your shadows, your main shadow was cruelty. Now, when this first came out, I was like, most people that at least are, I thought I just saw a bug on the table, involved in the spiritual path to some capacity, you know, they're not exhibiting a bunch of outwardly expressed cruelty towards people. So what I was getting intuitively is that some of you guys could be holding on to this. It's like a repressed memory of people or a person or a thing or a situation that was cruel to you, like as a child or in the past. You experience some sort of cruelty from people and you in turn repress that, and your next step for your shadow is pride. So I don't know if there's something here, and then we have anger. So I don't know if there's something here about cruelty that in turn got repressed and you kind of alchemized it to the best of your ability and turned it into pride and or anger. But also, you know, there is covert ways of expressing cruelty. So just, you know, sit with that for a moment. I'm not saying you guys are cruel people. I think people that are on the spiritual path are, for the most part, trying to be the best humans they can be. But we all do have shadows. Maybe there is covert ways that maybe you're cruel to people, places, or things, or even maybe not even like things that you would even think that you would be being cruel to. Like, you know, if you're cruel to just the earth or something, you know, that's just the first thing that popped in my brain. But if you're not big on people that worship Gaia or the earth and you litter or something, that's a form of cruelty. So I don't know, just take it how it resonates. But I get for a lot of you, this was people from your past that were cruel to you in some way, shape, or form. And in turn, that generated a lot of pride or some sort of pride in your life and or some anger. All right, what else do we have for Aries? Yeah, we got you, Aries. There we go. Some of you guys could be life path ones. And this card says act. Then we have the 11th house. So that was kind of tying into that message I got about needing like more community. So this Aries card, I feel like this is telling me to tell you to use your, you know, your exertion or your energy to find your people. You know, the 11th house is about your community. And then we have the Vesta card, Hearth and Juno partnership. If you guys are single, you could possibly even find, you know, a potential partnership through community. And Vesta is the asteroid that's like the eternal flame. Sometimes people associate Vesta with like a twin flame energy. So it's, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. But ultimately with the Aries card and the 11th house card, I feel like there's something here about you needing to get the ball rolling in regards to a community of people, finding your people. This could have to do with things on the internet as well because, you know, the 11th house in Aquarius can be associated with the internet and technology. Let's get one more. We got two more. We got the Sun card and the IC card. Some of you guys have Sun in the 4th house. Some of you guys could have a Leo placement or there's a Leo in your life, or you actually, I just got intuitively, some of you guys grew up with a Leo as a parent. Some of you guys could be born on the 18th or you could be 38 years old, but I feel like a lot of you guys are focusing on like building from the ground up, or okay, some of you could have some focus towards your home and your family or your parents. You're putting a lot of your time and attention into your home life, your roots, or if you have, you know, kids of your own or a family of your own, then your attention might be on them. But I feel like there's like this equal exchange of energy between your career and your home and family life. But maybe the Sun card popping out on the IC is inclination that you've been putting too much effort into your career. And maybe you need to focus towards your family a little bit more. But it could be flipped. So just take it how it resonates as always, Aries. Pluto, 5th house, and Mars. Interesting because we do have Pluto and Mars, which are going to be conjunct, I think, February 13th. And they popped out with the 5th house in between. So you guys could have that conjunction happening in your 5th house. It doesn't have to be. I do feel like there's a lot of repressed sexual energy to some extent that may come out during that transit. I don't know. Some of you guys could be life path 22s. Wisdom. Abundance. too many, Spirit. Rejection. Interesting. So there's some sort of wisdom that you are gaining. And it could be in accordance with some sort of rejection. I don't know if this is a rejection that you already experienced or if this is something that you're experiencing right now or could experience in the near future. But there's something that you're integrating like on a spiritual level because it's a crown chakra card and it has something to do with your heart chakra. So this could be some sort of rejection in love, or it was a rejection in something that you're extremely passionate about, something that comes from the heart. So, you know, it could be in regards to, I just saw an orb of light too. That was weird. Yeah, your destiny and your soul. And there's a soulmate card here. But then we have the abundance card, which is a solar plexus card. So there could be something about a rejection in like finance or work that you recently went through or are going through right now that taught you some sort of higher wisdom about your heart. And moving forward, I feel like it's ultimately going to bring you some sort of abundance if you can integrate that. Let's get a couple more spiritual messages, like spiritual evolution messages, anything else, Spirit, and then we'll get anything in the 3D that we need to know about generally. Magician and the moon. There's some sort of alchemy that you're playing with right now, and I like it. I really do like it, but Magician and the moon card. Yeah, some of you guys definitely have a Pisces placement. We have the Four of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Some of you guys are like pretty, yeah, I was thinking it was about work. Ace of Pentacles. I just have to say this, I know this isn't the love portion, but for some of you, there was like some sort of ending in a romantic partnership. And ultimately, it's like you're alchemizing that pain into some sort of career success. You could have had children with this person. It doesn't have to be, but I was getting something when I first pulled that moon card, something about a mother figure too, could be tied in here. So there could be some sort of that could be tied in with, you know, that cruelty card as well. Maybe there was a breakup and somebody was cruel, or this could have been like a parenting dynamic or something. This is kind of going down into 3D messages anyway, so let's just get a couple career cards. Yeah, there was definitely an ending, painfully, in the Death card and the Ace of Swords, but it's ultimately bringing you clarity and victory. Ace of Swords, Six of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and abundance, and possibly like that family legacy type energy. Let's get a couple career messages. Short term. This position is temporary, so don't get too attached to it. No worries. You will find something that's even more fulfilling and prosperous. So maybe that is why you're having a hard time. In the channel messages, I was getting something about a decision. It's like maybe you're in between jobs right now, and you know, you're just doing something temporarily, which is okay, but I feel like you're headed towards your purpose and your mission. Great match. You are on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. Yeah. I feel like that's what you're manifesting too with that Magician card, the Moon card, and the Ace of Pentacles. It's like you're alchemizing some sort of pain from the past. So whether it was a breakup or if it was from childhood, it could definitely be from childhood with that IC card and the Sun card. I feel like you're shining a light on a lot of your shadows from childhood right now, which is beautiful, Aries. One more for career, please. signs. You are putting the, if the words are mixed up on the card, it's not printed right. You are putting the pieces together of the puzzle from the signs that you are getting. Pay attention to the coincidences you experience. So I definitely think your angels, guides, God, etc., are sending you messages and signs in which direction to go, especially if you have to make a choice in work. Remember to tap into your intuition. Don't think about this too logically. A lot of you are in between jobs right now, and there's going to be an offer of like 2 different positions in front of you in the near future. But I definitely think that following your heart and your intuition is most definitely going to be beneficial to you, and keep manifesting. If you are manifesting, if you're not consciously manifesting, you're doing this subconsciously, it's beautiful, because I feel like you are going to get some sort of financial payout and a new beginning to some extent. Okay, so before we get to, I'm already 20 minutes in, let's dive into love. I don't want to do these readings too long, so these are kind of the test subjects for this new style here. All right, what do we have for Aries in love? Oops, I'm not going to do a spread. Guys, what is going on here? I'm not going to speak on it yet, though. Ace of Wands. Some of you guys are in some sort of situationship, and it's not... don't get your hopes up on this person. King of Wands. I think that King of Wands is you. I feel like you okay, some of you that are in like a situationship type dynamic, you're kind of eyeballing this 7 of Swords guy. You think he's up to no good. And I think that you're right. You might have suspicions that somebody's kind of being sneaky. Or you might just have suspicions that they're only in it for one thing. I definitely don't think you're satisfied with this situation. This isn't going to be for everybody, but... some of you that are single, you're looking at Queen of Wands. I feel like, yeah, you're kind of you want to wait for your perfect match, but you're eyeballing the 7 of Swords character and thinking, I feel like you might be tempted. Those of you that aren't actually involved with somebody, you're looking at somebody and you're seeing the red flags and you're seeing the potential for, you know, not a very good situation, but you're kind of sick of waiting for your person, and you're tempted to just kind of go in with it, you know, for like casual reasons, no judgment, but it's not always the best idea energetically to get intertwined with somebody else's energy like that. I don't think this person has good intentions, so just be careful if that resonates for you. Let's wipe the slate clean here. All right, anything else for Aries in love? Too much. Okay, this deck, I need to get a new regular deck. Doesn't like to ripple shuffle anymore. Where am I at on time? Okay. All right, what do we got for Aries in love? Yeah, like I said, some of you guys are single and you're kind of enjoying it. Maybe you're just finally getting to the place of enjoying it, or maybe you haven't quite got there. Hangman, 9 of Pentacles. But I do feel like your finances are looking good, and maybe you're getting to a place of being okay. You ultimately might feel stuck, or you have felt stuck in love, in the love department for quite some time, but ultimately I feel like this is a very like pivotal spiritual moment for you, and you're able to look at it from a different perspective. So just remember that if you kind of get stuck in that feeling of feeling stuck with the Hangman, remember that this is like very pivotal in your spiritual evolution. After the 9 of Pentacles comes the 10 of Pentacles, which is the family legacy type energy. And you know, I always like to see the 10 of Pentacles even more so than the 10 of Cups in a love reading. Some of you guys are kind of reminiscing on something from the past, because some of you guys walked away from something in the past and it's given you like lots of anxiety, or you haven't been able to sleep because you're trying to figure out if you made the right decision or something. But Ultimately, I think that you did. Your ex could definitely be watching you though. But let's not talk about them. We're moving forward. What was that? The Sun card. Yeah, there is a lot of happiness in love for you headed towards you, Aries, if you guys are single. If you guys are in a relationship, maybe you're just kind of focusing on yourself and your business or your finances, and maybe things seem a little bit stagnant within the relationship, but ultimately I feel like there's some sort of renewal happening. There's, joy, vitality. Some of you guys could be having kids in the near future. I just feel like you guys are both like operating individually, which is good. You don't want to be codependent on your partners, but a lot of you guys are single and able to look at things from a different perspective. We have the King of Cups here, the Two of Swords, and the Two of Cups. So somebody could have a water sign placement, doesn't have to be. I've really debated on whether I want to go over zodiac signs when I'm reading tarot, just because people take it too seriously. It's just embodying that energy, but the King of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Two of Cups. I feel like you're going to have to make some sort of decision in the near future. If you guys are single, there could be a soulmate energy coming in. And it's almost like it feels like you think it's too good to be true. And you're not seeing the situation clearly. But again, this is another situation where you need to make a heart over head decision. But I feel like maybe you naturally lean to make decisions from the logical part of your brain. Maybe you're more in your masculine, but ultimately I think this is a pretty good energy with the Two of Cups. You've had plenty of time to rest and recover after a heartbreak. These two cards, go after one another, the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. And yeah, I feel like somebody's coming in with good intentions. That was the Knight of Cups. And the Two of Cups is my soulmate card. Where's my clarifying deck? Excuse me, what is this Two of Swords? Some of you guys could have like a block in your throat chakra when you're around this person. Four of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. This person could want to take it slow at first. And I feel like maybe you're a little bit hesitant to take what's being offered to you because you're too stuck in your head. Eight of Swords, self-imposed limitations. What is the King of Cups energy? I don't know if that's you. I'm not really picking up. I think that might be the other person. Who's this King of Cups energy? Five of Swords. It's either somebody that has the Hermit in the reversed. I feel like this person, you'll know who this person is if they've gone through some challenges in the past and they open up to you about this, because it is the King of Cups. So maybe they're pretty open about their emotions, but they've gone through a very pivotal healing phase, and they went through a phase of kind of being by themselves and independent. Somebody could have a Virgo placement with the Hermit card, but I feel like their Hermit phase is over and they'll be quick to open up to you about things that they have gone through, or traumas that they've gone through, or past relationships that have hurt them pretty badly. They'll be pretty quick to open up to you about that kind of thing and communicate with you from the heart. That's how you'll know who this person is. I do believe it's a soulmate energy. There's some sort of soul contract involved here, but what is Aries' advice with this situation? Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. It might start off like, it might seem to you, and a reason that you might not be quick to make a yes or no decision with this person is because it might seem like this person doesn't have a lot to offer, but the thing is that they're willing to offer you what they have, Page of Pentacles, and they're also willing to work with you to build something together. And that's beautiful energy. If a person would give you the shirt off their own back and is willing to work with you to go buy, more clothes, theoretically, then that is a beautiful energy. But we have the Ace of Cups here, a new beginning in love, and the Eight of Wands. So there's something here. There could be travel involved, but I do feel like there's going to be some sort of communication coming in the near future, or somebody could want to move rather fast, which is fine. But I did have the Knight of Pentacles here. Maybe one of you, I feel like one person in this dynamic, maybe you want to take it a little bit slower because you're not really sure if you're ready to invest your energy fully into this person, and this person wants to move a little bit faster. So there's a contrast there, and maybe you guys need to meet in the middle about that, which is probably how the Two of Cups comes into this as well. You need to meet in the middle somewhere about a few things, but ultimately I feel like this is a soulmate energy. They're willing to give you what they have and work together to build something beautiful. They're coming in with an open heart and being honest about their past. I feel like there's going to be a lot of happiness and joy and vitality within this relationship. So just don't close yourself off, and remember to make decisions from the heart and not the logical part of your brain, if that makes sense. So let's get an angel message oracle for you, Aries. This reading was way too long. Clear, cancel, and release. So there might be some things that you need to, you know, cleanse from your system, and sacred plan. Remember that the divine has a plan for you, and just go with the flow, go with it. So if this did resonate at all, Aries, please do like and subscribe. It really does help me out. And if you guys want to book personal readings with me, you can shoot me a message or an email, and we can set that up for you. I love you.